Hello everyone, this is Jake TS casting game 2 of the best of 3 between Thorzain from the blue Terran up here in the top and KawaiiRice as the red Terran in the bottom. The map is Zelnaga, everyone's favourite. Everyone loves this map, and if you don't, well, crazy. Just a bit of good manners coming up between these two players, and if Thorzain takes this, then he will knock out KawaiiRice and progress through. This is Dallas, by the way, not Anaheim. Anyway, at the time of casting this is like 2 days after Anaheim, so don't no one get confused. Well, actually no one would, because they're not releasing the replays, but that's a whole nother story. So anyway, we should. Looks like Thorzain took the last battle with some. With some fantastic Banshee play and some nice elevating of his troops. Really some brilliant unit placement won Thorzain that last game. It'll be interesting to see what happens in this next one. It could well be a longer one, because it's the rush distance is like a minute between these two, which is pretty big. So you have to have a sizable force to move out, and really in TvT, well, TvT has been known to be quite a long matchup anyway, if both players decide to go turtle mode, which could well happen. I have no idea on the timings. I refuse to look at this and just cast it as if it is live, because I feel that adds to the atmosphere, and if I know what's going to happen, then it will take away from how I'm saying things anyway. So really the pivotal places of this map would be over here, over here, over here, and here, and if either player can control them, then they can safely expand and pretty much take the game. So far, standard opening from Mouse Thorzain, and it almost mirrored by KawaiiRice over here. It could go anywhere, though it's most likely going to go into factory, then maybe starport play from both sides. Just one guess, there's not a lot else you can do. So far, both orbitals and the timings have been almost identical, with KawaiiRice just a tiny bit behind in like a second. Not that that's a big deal or anything, it's just interesting to know, and both factories coming down from both players there. Thorzain's positioning nice and neat, and the second gas is going down, so he might be going a bit more mech play, which he's known for. Whereas, and the set SCV is being pushed off. Sorry about that little ooh there. It just the gun noise took me off guard. The tech lab is also going down, so we might see some either early siege tanks or marauder play. I would have thought early siege tank because of the second gas. However, I'm not claiming to be any pro, and I'm liking this wall in here because it is against Terran. There's no fear of Banium Blast, obviously, and can just deny scouting until any airplay is in game. Obviously no one wants to waste scan just to get a bit of scouting. It feels like a massive waste, as its mules are worth about 270 minerals. So the KawaiiRice decided to build the tech lab on the factory as opposed to the barracks and then swapping, and Blue Flame is coming out for KawaiiRice, whereas it's Thorzain is going for siege day and a reasonably early expo. So if Thorzain is aggressive with these tanks and goes for just a marine tank push, time and push, he might and expanding behind it, he might well get a severe economic advantage. He's also now going for, looks like, reactor starport, and might presumably going to swap these up. So a lovely 1-1-1 opening. If anyone would like the replays, I think I'm going to start uploading them to Mega Upload or whatever, and put a link in the file. Link in the info, sorry. Oops. Link in the file, that would not be helpful. Catch 22. Anyway, so KawaiiRice is, his Blue Flame is on the way, and yes, this is a slightly older one where Blue Flame upgrade had the red flame on the picture, which is a bit weird, and KawaiiRice's command center is on the way as well. So very similar play coming out, and two Vikings here just for a bit of spotting, and air dominance can be a pivotal role, can be the pivotal factor in a TvT, depending on what the unit composition is. If they both go siege tanks, whoever's got the more Vikings pretty much wins. And the orbital command is nearly done for Thorzain, as is the case for KawaiiRice. So 2 barracks here pumping out Marines, and his KawaiiRice, instead of walling in, has just decided to make a nice little concave here, and this Thorzain's Hellion there just going back and forth, held off by these and eventually taken out. It's good to see this brilliant map control by KawaiiRice. He's making sure there's no hidden expos anywhere and just keeping a decent eye out and preventing any sort of sneaky attacks down this corridor or anything like that. So that's great to see. And here's a little switcheroo going on there. Oh, my mouse is going crazy. So I was completely wrong about that being a starport with the reactor. He's instead decided just to keep it out and favouring reactor barracks instead of building an additional barracks, as KawaiiRice has done. So interesting to see the tiny little differences. And the medevac is out by KawaiiRice, whereas these Vikings by Thorzain have just been stood there not doing much. It looks like KawaiiRice is sneaking down some Hellions down here. They might do some massive damage. Let's see what they're clocking up. Oh, 7 kills, that's pretty big indeed, and having to make these Vikings of Thorzain land just to hold them off. However, he did reasonably well retreating the SCVs back into the siege tank line. Now Thorzain's moving these units up and trying to secure it a bit more. Interesting to see whether he'll put supply depots here just to wall it off and shut down the tasteless corridor there. So the Vikings now from Thorzain doing the exact same job as the Hellions from KawaiiRice earlier, and just providing a bit of vision, checking for hidden expos and spotting where the army is. It's his opponent's army is, obviously. It's important to keep tabs on that, as I'm sure everyone is aware. Anyway, the tech lab on the barracks is going down so that Thorzain can keep up with the stim that's nearly halfway done. It takes a massive amount of time, so it needs to be started as soon as possible. Really, there it goes down, and the engineering bay is down from Thorzain. Interesting to see no upgrades being started immediately. However, that could it could well be just so he can get it when he needs it. There it goes down and started the wall in, and it looks like he's not going to finish it off. It will just be spotting. Obviously he's got pro level reaction time, so he'll notice it, and I'm telling a lie, he does have pro level reaction times, but he's going to finish the wall in, making these a bit useless. Hopefully KawaiiRice will remember he's got these. The Vikings of KawaiiRice just popping about, and he's being reasonably, well, not aggressive, but asserting his dominance here by taking command and preventing any sort of move out from Thorzain. These Vikings here spot it and stunning to try and take him out, and it looks like with double the tank numbers, Thorzain will easily be able to just push this away without any hiccups whatsoever. And particularly with the Viking count as high it is from Thorzain. So it looks like Thorzain is a little bit ahead, just in positioning, and because now he can easily secure the third, he'll have a gold expo. Well, I wouldn't say ahead, it's just the unit placement is absolutely brilliant from Thorzain. He's known for having great micro and that sort of thing. Former Warcraft 3 player, so they're all known for being reasonably amazing at their micro. And stimming up here might catch a lot of these tanks off guard. Where are the Vikings at? Just bumming about up there, not doing much. And both both marine counts have just evaporated away, and these tanks are massively vulnerable, just sat there with no marines. It makes the tank seem rather squishy. However, Thorzain is on his way to curing that. He's building up his barracks numbers, putting reactors down on all of them, and we'll see reinforcements up there pretty quickly, just sending a lone marine there to do a bit of scouting up ahead, and that lone tank just popping up there is easily taken down. The medevac's not taken down, but there's a now 3v3 between the Vikings, stimming up these marines to try and pick it off, and they are retreating. It looks like one marine was trying to do a flank on his own, trying to be a hero, and it's totally failed. It looks like KawaiiRice, by the way, has completely forgotten about these, which is a A bit of a shame if you remembered that he might be able to sneak around and turn the tides of battle. And now securing the gold from Thorzain, perfect time to do so. His opponent can't unless he breaks down these here, but if he did, as soon as Thorzain scouts out, he would just come down and destroy it. So it looks like Thorzain will be gaining the advantage anytime soon, and has already started vehicle weapon level 1. So he's really trying to make as big a lead as possible, and hopefully he'll secure this win. Just decided to retreat here to keep all his forces, and just in case there's any sort of big push from KawaiiRice. It's been a couple minutes to hold that and seen no forces, so obviously predicting the big amount that he does have. So the centre town is coming down from Thorzain, so KawaiiRice might well pop one down anytime soon as well. And a supply depot down here to do any spotting for drops, which is some brilliant foresight from KawaiiRice, as any sort of multi-pronged attack could well be devastating. These Vikings were probably going to spot these and take them down, but massive engagement down here. Thorzain caught a little bit off guard. His planetary fortress is finished. However, all these Vikings from KawaiiRice will mean that he's got the vision and could just bomb this from miles away. If Thorzain tries to push out at all, he'll just be annihilated from the way superior tank numbers. Well, yeah, I think I'll check the unit counting station. Yeah, a couple more Marines from tanks from KawaiiRice. So if Thorzain did decide to push out, then he would lost. So he's doing the very sensible thing and just moving around. The sense tower from KawaiiRice just nearly finishing up, again taken down. So KawaiiRice very sensibly leaving one tank there just so that Thorzain can't go back to mining unimpeded. And I've got that. There we go. So by going for this clever move here, Thorzain might well win the game. However, there's now no Marines, so he's going to have to pull back or just lose massive tank numbers, and they're all going to go down, surrounded and just annihilated. Well, it'll be interesting to see Thorzain come back from this, if he makes one, or if he's just going to be steamrolled by the remaining forces of KawaiiRice. If it does, that mean there'll be a third game, and we can advance onto that. Random stim there, which I moved to just in time. I think that might well have been a misclick. And that was a very nice split there, and managed to take out pretty much all the tanks that were just left there by KawaiiRice. And these Vikings landed and then being taken out. That could have been a misclick from KawaiiRice, not firing them soon enough. Two weapons level 2 is started by Thorzain, and one just beginning for KawaiiRice. So it looks like Thorzain's Marines will have the advantage for quite some time, and just kind of trying to maintain it. That is really distracting down there. I keep thinking, oh, is he expanding? Nope. So anyway, just trying to do a multi-pronged attack. Well, not multi-pronged, just attacking on 2 fronts to keep KawaiiRice on guard. And whether still no scouting or any signs of expansion to down there from KawaiiRice or Thorzain. So that's very interesting to see. I'm not sure the KawaiiRice is even aware that this is being taken down. He's not repairing, he's not doing anything, and there are the forces being moved up to try and shut this down. Though that could well take it down with a couple of Marines and these tanks. If KawaiiRice can bait these Marines into the planetary fortress line of fire, they will just be annihilated. It might well fall if he doesn't start repairing soon, and there's the repair from the mule and everything. And even more Marines moving down, and splash damage is doing amazing damage. And there is the good game from KawaiiRice. Thorzain really dominated that game, keeping the expansion numbers down for KawaiiRice, and the Grats is presumably because KawaiiRice is knocked out of Dallas, and Thorzain will continue on. So you've been watching the game between Thorzain and KawaiiRice with me, Jake TS, casting. Please subscribe if you want to. If not, no worries, just keep checking back, and comments are welcome. So thank you very much, and cheers.